Happy National Ceiling Fan Day, everyone. It's September 18th, and today I bring you a Casablanca Delta 1 with a 50-inch diameter in antique white. And said fan was manufactured December 15th, 1983, and I will show you that. I was able to decipher it via the tag and the Casablanca dating chart right there. I don't know how well you can see it, but I read it and I was able to decipher it. I don't know the exact which number it was that day, but it's really not that important, just the date itself. And let's have a look at the canopy. It's got the grooved canopy that I think Casablanca did up until like maybe the late 80s, early 90s. A lot of their models. And it is a hang true. And I have it mounted onto a wire mold box, which I hung like 5 years ago, and I've dedicated it to Casablanca fans ever since. I call this my Casablanca corner, if you will. And it gives the fan some, it's a 6-inch diameter, and it was able to accommodate Casablanca hang true canopies, and it gives it some leverage, which makes it think it's being hung on an actual ceiling and not on a bare junction box. And don't know if you can see the top of the motor, but it is GE vent like the faceplate, exact same pattern. And have a look at the sideband. Not much to see there. And of course the vents, which are GE vents. Yeah, and the Zephyr was what kicked it off. And a lot of companies, overseas manufacturers, tried to duplicate this, but this, my friends, is the real deal. They basically were the poor man's Casablanca, if you will. The imports, mind you. And let's have a look at the blade. These blades didn't come with the fan, but they did come with one of my polished brass Casablanca Delta 2s. They came there when I got them in 2010 from Habitat, and I was able to put like actual oak blades on them. So let's have a look. It's got the nice pointed tip, nice vintage pointed tip, unlike the more curved tip that Casablanca did in a lot of their later models, the much more common style. There's a blade arm, and if you have a blade arm like that on a Casablanca fan, it gives the 21-inch blades that you put on it a 50-inch diameter overall, just so you know. And let's have a look at the flywheel, which is treaded. It's one of their earlier flywheels, which is in really great shape, by the way. And there is the reverse switch. And there's the bottom plate. And the pull chain right there. Gives the fan some bling to it. It's a nice lucite pull. I decided to add that. I'll zoom in so you can see it. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Okay, now I shall rev the fan up. Naturally starts on low. Just forgot to turn it on. Now I can do it. There we go. I did it from the actual pull chain. It's just been kind of hectic here. It's got a nice aesthetic low to it, and this is restaurant speed. If you look at the strobe of the fan right there, it's just really awesome. I love that. And a lot of these Casablancas were seen in restaurants. Seen in the restaurants, if you will. Back in the day. Okay, medium. It's got some speed to it, even on medium. It's almost as fast as the Litex on high. Well, I don't know about that one. That one's 42 inch, so you really can't make that comparison. But like most 52 inch fans made today would be, their high speed would be on par with this medium. And let's try it on high, shall we? Sorry if it's running a little bit in and out of focus here. There we go. I think that's a little bit. That's more like it. I can't really. Yeah, there. I think that looks pretty good. Dang it. There we go. She's on high, moving air. And let's power it down, shall we? It's got a good spin that time. The bearings are super great on this fan, and by the way, I got this on trade from fellow collector Dan, aka Spiffy Neuman, and I traded him a Newtone Slimline with an integrated housing for it, Newtone Slimline spinner, and said fan is in the fan museum, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. And thanks for this one. It's a really great fan. And it initially had stencil blades when he had it, but he decided to harvest them for himself. And me, I don't really care for stencils, so it all worked out pretty well in the end, I'd say. And if you remember correctly, I did have a, if I didn't already establish it, I did have its younger sister, the Delta 2, in the exact same finish. I had it with 5 blades, and I haven't configured it with 4. It was these ones right before I took it down, put up this one. It was easy to install because I just used the same canopy, and you know. Yeah, but the blades on it were the more traditional, the more common Casablanca blades with the curved tip, which made more sense to go on a Delta 2 than a Delta 1. Anyway, this fan has ceased operation. Let's pan over to the original, which is on low. They're on the same circuit. There's the air-cool hugger. I showed that in another video. And the Fasco Charleston over there. I'll zoom in on so you can see it. Yep, I love those globes on it. They are just awesome. You can't really see it too well with the original blades getting in the way. Zoom in on it. There's a canopy. There's a wiring. You can tell that's an American original. It's running on restaurant speed as well. As gracefully as ever. And with a tassel pole right there. And so there you have it, folks. I finally got to filming my Casablanca Delta 1 that you've seen in the background, and This concludes our broadcast day. Thank you for watching. More to come.